Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fourth Emeritus concert. Thank you for being here today to witness amazing talents and passion and enthusiasm for nothing else but music, the joy of music. It is my pleasure also to welcome some dignitaries from our college, the San Diego Community College District, as well as the San Diego College of Continuing Education, which many of you are students. First, I would like to greet Dr. Michelle Fischtal. Thank you for joining us, Vice Chancellor of Institutional Innovation and Effectiveness. Thank you so much for being here. Do we know, is Dr. Lori Koski here? Please? No, not yet. So, and I would like also to thank you all for being here. We are here to celebrate all the students and faculty of the Emeritus program that serves all of you. Adult learners, lifelong learning is our motto. We do love really music, and somebody said at one point that music is life, and that's why our heart has a beat. I think I can subscribe to that, right? And all of us, we are here not only because we love music, we love to make music, we love singing, playing in any form, be virtuous listeners, taking music appreciation classes, but it's also helping many of us to really keep engaged and keep our self-management, to actually to play an instrument or to take a music appreciation class or sing in a chorus. It just takes concentration, it takes focus, it takes fine motoric, many times of our fingers that are involved. So it's really helping our brain fitness, and I hope I myself, I'm a musician, I'm a classical guitarist, and I'm counting on that I will do this as all of us for a long time to come. And we also love our community that we find in our classes, and it sounds like, oh, we are just a social club. No, we are learning together, and learning as a group always has shown in research how much more effective it is. And it helps us with our mental health, with our brain fitness. So it's a win-win situation. But I'm talking to the choir because you all know those things, and that's why you are in our classes, and that's why you came to support our classes. A few things I would like to let you know. There are flyers in the lobby all over, and there's a little mark there. We call it the QR code. If you open the camera on your phones, on your smartphones, it will open a website. And on this website, you are going to be able to donate to the Emeritus program. It will help our music classes. We are actually hoping to buy some high quality, good quality electronic pianos that will not only help our piano students, but also our choruses. We have some aging pianos in our classroom that are constantly out of tune. So we are hoping to replace them with electronic pianos that nowadays have gotten so well and so good in sound, and it will help our instruction in chorus classes, in orchestra workshop, piano workshops, so on many multiple fronts. So please help us to make that dream a reality, and by actually donating via our website. It's a PayPal website of our San Diego Continuing Education College Foundation, and it will go straight to our Emeritus program and will help us to make this dream to become true. But you also might be curious about the next semester. So we have another so-called QR code. Take one of these orange bookmarks. They are all over the lobby. So, or they are also on our slides, because you will be able to see our next semester schedule. The next semester will be starting in July, ends in August, but you can already see the schedule, and our pre-registration starts May 13. So I hope you all come back and register for our summer classes. And if you don't see your favorite class on the schedule, do not worry, because it will be for sure back in the fall semester. So thank you all for being here. And with that, I would like to invite our Vice President of Instruction. Please welcome Dr. Minu Spradley. Thanks so much.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is my second year of having the honor of being here with you. It's always a joy to come and listen to music, and it's always a joy when the music is performed by our students. So, before we get going, can you all give a round of applause for your faculty who have been working really hard with you all year to put this on? Yes, it takes a lot to get everybody here, etc. So another round of applause, although she is not here, Dr. Jacqueline Hester has been working with our faculty all year round to put this on, and even though she's not here, we are going to give her another round of applause because, yes, thank you. Okay, so at some point, Dr. King, our president, will join us. She's running a little bit behind schedule, as she was at, what did she tell me this morning? She was at a flag football game for her daughter. So she will be, yes, so she's 11 or 12. She's playing flag football. So she will be here shortly, and once she gets here, we'll get her up here to acknowledge all of you. And so let's get started with the music.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again, and thank you so much for coming. My name is Marketa Hančová. I will be your guide in case you get lost in the beauty of the afternoon. And I have one problem, and maybe you can help me with it. Everyone in the back tells me, you talk too much, make it short. And it's true, I tend to talk too much, but look at you. Such a handsome audience, everybody does nothing else but looking at me. I need to take the how many opportunities like that we have? But you can help me. If in 25 minutes I am still standing here and I still have the monologue going, please let me know that I should go away and the music should sound, but please do it gently so you don't hurt my feelings. But jokes aside, I know you are eager to hear the music, but I want to start with this. The magic of this afternoon already happened because you showed up. After all, we are performing arts, and without you, we would be awfully lonely here, playing for the empty hall. And so I am so happy you came. And the trick is, even though we need you, we are really here for you. We prepared this afternoon with diligence and selflessness, love, passion, and enthusiasm, because we want to share the beauty of music, the beauty of poetry. We want to share with you what happens behind the closed door of our fabulous Emeritus program classes. We want to share with you the beautiful relationship between students and our professors. And we want to inspire you, we want to bring joy to you, and we hope that we uplift your spirit. And above all, there is nothing more beautiful than when people get together and they enjoy each other's company. And we'll try to contribute with our afternoon to that. And now, are you ready? I am done with my monologue, believe or not. And we are ready for music, and we have something really exotic, and it is our fabulous, fabulous mandolin orchestra. We are so proud to have the mandolin orchestra in Emeritus program. We have about 40 mandolin orchestras in USA. The first mandolin orchestra was created in Germany in 1890, and 1891, 1 year after that, we have the very first mandolin orchestra in USA. And our mandolin orchestra was established in 1968 by violist from San Diego Symphony, Victor de Guide. And in 1977, this handsome man, musically trained, who played perfectly trumpet and piano, kind of pretending he is also playing mandolin, came because he relocated to San Diego, and it was nobody else than our conductor, Jim Trepasso. And not only he learned overnight the mandolin perfectly, that he became star of the orchestra, but as you can see, for many years, he's also conducting. And even though mandolin, you will see many different kinds of mandolin, hails from Italy, from Naples, Gibson, maybe you heard of the name, he was the one who in 1905 enhanced our mandolin, and so today it's a perfect sound of mandolin. And you would be surprised to know that Thomas Edison loved mandolin. It was his most favorite instrument, and it was the very first instrument that he recorded on his new phonogram. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome loudly and happily our mandolin orchestra and Jim Trepasso.
Thank you, Marquetta, for that great introduction to the San Diego Mandolin Orchestra. We're always looking for new members to our group. Please see one of our members. We'd be glad to talk to you, or look up San Diego Mandolin Orchestra.org. You'll find all the information for us. We're going to start off this afternoon with a very appropriate number entitled Benvenuto, or Welcome, written by Johann Vogt. He was one of the most prolific composers of mandolin orchestra music ever, with over 200 compositions to his name. He was very popular in the beginning of the 1900s. And then we're going to end our part of the program with Let There Be Peace on Earth, medley with peace greetings. Jill Jackson wrote this. She was on the brink of suicide. Okay. Oh, part of that is she was on the brink of suicide, but that left you hanging there.
We couldn't have done that any better.
To the realization of God's peace.
Most of it, but thank you. The realization of God's peace, that she named it, Let There Be Peace on Earth, something we all need.
Thank you very much. One important thing I forgot to mention about Let There Be Peace on Earth, it was arranged by a former member of our orchestra who, talking about adult education, was playing with us up until 2 months before passing away. And he was, 1 month away from 101.
That made it an extra special choice for this, didn't it?
Enjoy it? Wasn't it fantastic? You know, not only this fabulous orchestra is meeting in the classrooms, but every other week you can see them play for public, and it's so wonderful. I am such a big fan. And Jim Trepaso is many times awarded teacher. He spent his whole life teaching young people and conducting various orchestras, and we are so proud to have him in Emeritus program. And now, ladies and gentlemen, what about, let's see, musical theater? Are we for musical theater? Because that's what you hear right now. And we have our fabulous teacher. I hope that she has arrived. Lorea Herald. Please, let's welcome Lorea Herald, our fabulous teacher. And if you ask anyone in musical theater, all the way from Oceanside, all the way to Junior Theater in Balboa Park, if they know Lorea, everybody will have sparkles in their eyes and say absolutely, because believe or not, Lorea from 1960 is a voice coach and director and teacher and accompanist for various musical theater, and we are so happy she joined us. She held a degree from San Diego State University, and she brought her students, and that will be Diane and Bruce Ramey, and they will show us some of the musical theater. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Lorea, Diane, and Bruce.
In the musical Fiddler on the Roof, the practice for prearranged marriages is highlighted.
Thanks to 3 strong-willed daughters, this tradition is about to crumble.
Golda, I've given Huddle permission to marry Perchek. They love each other. Golda, do you love me?
Do I what?
Do you love me?
Do I love you?
Well,
with our daughters getting married, there's trouble in the town. You're upset, you're worn out. Go inside, go lie down. Maybe it's indigestion.
Golda, I'm asking you a question. Do you love me?
You're a fool.
I know, but do you love me?
Do I love you?
Well,
for 25 years I've washed your clothes, cleaned your house, cooked your meals, given you children, milked the cow. After 25 years, why talk about love right now?
the first time I saw you was on our wedding day. I was scared.
I was shy.
I was nervous.
So was I.
But my father and my mother said we'd learn to love each other. And now, Golda, I'm asking, do you love me?
Well, I'm your wife.
Oh, I know that, but do you love me?
Do I love him?
Well,
for 25 years I've lived with him, fought with him, starved with him. 25 years my bed is his. If that's not love, what is?
then you love me.
Oh, I suppose I do.
suppose I love you too. It doesn't change a thing, but even so, after 25 years, it's nice to know. I remember it well as a duet that remembers a romance and experiences, sometimes incorrectly and then correctly. From the musical Gigi, 1958. We met at 9.
We met at 8.
I was on time.
No, you were late.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. We dined with friends.
Oh, we dined alone.
A tenor sang.
A baritone.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. That dazzling April moon.
There was none that night, and the month was June.
That's right, that's right.
It warms my heart to know that you remember still the way you do.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. How often I've thought of that Friday
Monday,
night when we had our last rendezvous. And somehow I foolishly wondered if you might, by some chance, be thinking of it too. That carriage ride,
you walked me home.
you lost a glove.
Oh, I lost a comb.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. That brilliant sky.
Oh, we had some rain.
Those Russian songs.
From sunny Spain.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. You wore a gown of gold.
I was all in blue.
Am I getting old?
Oh no, not you. How strong you were, and I must say, a prince of love in every way.
Ah, yes, I remember it well.
Nothing like harmonious marriage. Singing on the stage and being in harmony the whole life. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy and so I feel so privileged I can introduce you Professor Helena Way, Professor of Piano. And why I am so happy to introduce you, I'm happy to introduce everyone, but the idea of having this fabulous concert 4 years ago came from Helena, and we are all her team, and we are so proud to do that because not only she's the force behind it, and she pushes us hard, and we love it, but it's not only about the music, as you know, but it's about the camaraderie, and it's about having one goal and all work for it, and nothing is better than that. Helena hails from Taiwan, where she went to university, then she studied in Canada, and then in USC, and we are so happy she joined us, and here is Helena Way.
Thank you. Thank you, Marketa. Thank you, everyone.
It's definitely a delight. I do want to say one thing. Last year, we have someone lost this. And the earring. So anyway, it's not for the lost and found, but thank you all for being here with us. My name is Helena Wei, and I teach piano performance. I am also the music assistant program chair for the Emeritus program. So I just want to get a show of hands of how many people in the last 2 weeks have touched their piano or keyboard. Yay! These are all my wonderful pianists. Thank you so much. Whether you have never touched the piano or is aching to get back to playing, I urge you to come and join us, our beautiful, wonderful piano community. For this last semester, we have 450 students registered in the piano class. I am proud of my students, and I'm proud of my students. And so we have levels from 1 to level 6. So any one of our ushers and volunteers will be able to tell you how much fun we have in our class. Today, I wanted to share with you a very intimate piece that's to my heart, and that is the Chopin Nocturne, number 20 in C sharp minor. This piece is published after Chopin's death, and it's actually featured in the film, The Pianist. Yeah, it tells the story of during the Holocaust, a German officer encounters this Jewish pianist in hiding. And the officer was so moved by the way the pianist expresses his music that he spared his life. So today, I hope in my own little way, Helena way, ha 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 ha, yes. That's how do I tell myself. To invite you on a very journey with me. If I may ask you to close your eyes and just breathe with me while I present this piece. But I do have a favor to ask of you. I do. Not that you should, yes, do turn off your cell phone and don't talk, but but to place a person in your heart who has lately done you wrong, that perhaps you're holding a grudge against or have some sort of misunderstanding, and that we too can spare a little bit of kindness and grace. I hope this journey will prompt you to open your heart and embrace this very thin and fragile thread that connects our humanity. So please come and breathe with me.
another one. This is just to line up the house. A little fun, a little fun.
A ja taka dziewuczka, cingilingi bom, rada wijem pireczka, cingilingi bom, a rada wijem, rada dam, cingilingi bom, bom, bom. I za kalab zakladam, cingilingi bom, a rada wiem, rada dam, cingilingi bom, bom, bom. I za kalab zakladam, cingilingi bom, a ja taka jak i mac, cingilingi bom, a czarne oczy musi mat, cingilingi bom, a czarne oczy mać mala, cingilingi bom, bom, bom. Ja się na nią podala, cingilingi bom, a czarne oczy mać mala, cingilingi bom, bom, bom. Ja się na nią podala, cingilingi bom, a ty cygan pięknie hraj, cingilingi bom, a na dziewczata nie kukaj, cingilingi bom, a na dziewczata na szumne, cingilingi bom, bom, bom. Najmniej chodza po mnie, cingilingi bom, a na dziewczata na szumne, cingilingi bom, bom, bom. Jaśnie chodzia po mnie, cingilingi bom. Thank you very much. We are bringing you songs from Moravia, which is a part of Czech Republic today. It sits on the border with Hungary and Slovakia, so our folk song is very rich of all kind of elements from different nationalities. And the first one was Čardáš, very typical for my region when I grew up. And it was about a girl who says, "You are all asking why I'm so beautiful. Look at my mother. She was as beautiful. I just took after her." And the next one is about him dreaming about her. Her beautiful eyes, her beautiful legs, and her beautiful hair. Zdálo se mi zdálo, že sa od hor lečí. A to sa čerňajú moje milé oči. Zdálo se mi zdálo, že sa začerveňajú mojej milej líčka. Jej, zdálo se, nezdálo, že sa mračno valí. A to sa šohajek smilu milovali. Ej, naj, naj, na, naj, na, naj, na, naj, 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 naj. Naj, naj, na, naj, na, naj, 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 naj. Ej, zdálo se, nezdálo, že sa od hor mračí. A to sa čerňajú mojej milej oči. And our last song is about him loving her, but her mother says, absolutely not. A letí, letí roj nad mej milej dvor. Letí, letí roj nad mej milej dvor. Nad dvorem sa točí, zdvíhá k nebi oči. Stroj sa, milá, stroj. Stroj sa, milá, stroj. Je, 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 je. Je, je, je. A stojí u dveří, milá, otevří. Stojí u dveří, milá, otevří. Otevři mě, milá, holuběnko sivá. Nech tu nestojím, nech tu nestojím. Je, 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 je. A já neotevřu, máti mě nedá. Já neotevřu, máti mě nedá. Že ty nejsi hoden mé lásky svobodnej. Sedat vedle ňa, sedat vedle ňa. Je, 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 je. A letí, letí roj. Je, je, je. A letí, letí roj. Je, 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 je. Letí, letí roj nad mej milej dvor. Letí, letí roj nad mej milej dvor. Letí, letí roj nad mej milej dvor. A letí, letí roj. Thank you very much. I have the task to invite you to the silent action in the break. We will have one more number, and then you will have the pleasure to see everything what is going on in the hands-on classes. We have books, we have paintings, we have flowers, we have ceramics. So please go out there in, not now, one more number, in the intermission, and then you can bid. There is the minimum you can bid on, and then right before the end, we will come here and we will announce the winners. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have the last number of the first half, and the choir will be announced by Momilani Ranstrom, who is the conductor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our fabulous choir with Momilani.
I direct the Serotones, and we are the only evening choir that is in the district. So if you are a singer and you want to be part of a choir, we invite you to join us. We meet every Tuesday from 6 to 9, and we will be starting again in the fall, a new semester. So I welcome all new members, all types of abilities, and from very accomplished to the very beginners. So we welcome you all. This choir that has joined us, many of them are returning members. And this first piece we're going to sing for you is a piece from New Zealand. I tend to like music from all over the world. And this one is from New Zealand, and it was written about 200 years ago in the 1830s. And this was a song about whaling. And so this very cheery song is really about the whaling industry and how it was to live as a whaling person. And this song is about these men who are called whalermen because the Weller brothers owned the whaling company that had all these ships. And this song is about them chasing these whales, and very much like Melville's Moby Dick, if you've ever read this in high school. And it turns out that Herman Melville was for a short time a whalerman. So this song, Soon May the Whalermen Come, made a resurgence back in 2021 as the first viral hit on TikTok by a Scottish guy, Nathan Evans. So this is Soon May the Whalermen Come. Song is from Cyprus, Greek Cyprus. And this song, it's called Senithia tu erota, the exile of love. And really it's a very poetic way of saying that when we look for love and it's gone from us, nothing blooms. So things bloom on the mountain. The eagle is looking for a fountain to drink and finds a very thirsty and dying pine tree. And the God of love has said nothing will bloom until love returns. This next one is from France. And this one is written in 1997. So this is the most recent of our pieces. And this is called Je ne veux pas travailler. I don't want to work. I don't want to eat. I just want to forget. And this was part of the verses actually are quotes from poetry by Apollinaire, a very famous French poet. And so this is an American band writing in French, and you can tell because the words are so easy to understand. If you've ever been to France, even as a French speaker, they speak really fast. But this one is very clear. I don't want to work.
Gentlemen, are you ready for more music? Yeah, absolutely. Again, thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you so much that you decided that today afternoon is the best for classical music. Before we, and beyond, not just classical, and beyond. So you are allowed to play whatever you want. But before we'll continue, we have very special guest. I would like to invite on, here she is, Dr. King, who is the president of San Diego College of Continuing Education. So we are so proud that she made time for us and she joined us and she seems to enjoy and rooting for us. So here is Dr. King, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Marquetta. Thank you all so much. Well, good afternoon, and thank you for being here with us at our 4th Emeritus concert, benefit concert. I am just overwhelmed with the beauty and the talent of all of our students. I have to say thank you so much and congratulations. I know that this is not easy to get up in front of everyone and perform, but thank you for gifting us with your talents. I also have to say today I learned that all of the individuals that are here performing or that are here supporting with the performance, all of the stage folks that are setting up and helping, those are all of our students. So we need to give a huge round of applause for those folks. Yes. And thank you so much to our amazing faculty who are truly the reason why our students are so able to be here today. I mean, they truly lead with their hearts. You had the opportunity to see our very, very special professor, Helena Way, who, by the way, I hope you all caught her pun. I loved it, her way pun. That was great. But she's here and she's done such a phenomenal job. Also, Dr. Claudia Tornsoffer and our other faculty members that are here. And so thank you all for everything that you do for our students and for our college. And if you haven't had the opportunity to take one of our classes, you absolutely should consider taking one of our music classes. We have the best faculty in our program. So thank you all so much. I hope you, thank you. I hope you all enjoy, yeah, thank you. Thank you. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the show. I know I will. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. King. And off we go to music. And I have a question for you. If I say ukulele, what country we associate it with? Portugal. Excellent, but this is cheating. You should know. Anyone associated with Hawaii? Yes, very good, because most people, not educated people, most people think it originates in Hawaii, but you were correct. It comes from Madeira. And 15th of August, 1879, from SS Gravescraft came three guys, Nunes, Diaz, and Santos, and they had under the arm, they came to Hawaii, they had under the arm this strange little guitar. And they asked, what is this guitar? Oh, it's Bragunha. Oh, they started playing, everybody fell in love, and they immediately dubbed it, changed the name to ukulele, which means jumping flea. Probably because the way how nimble the playing is, and so that's what it was. Ukulele was instrument that Neil Armstrong wanted to take when he went to moon. He was begging if he can take ukulele. He could not live without it. And another famous person, George Harrison, said, my favorite instrument is ukulele. And we are so happy that we have in our very rich Emeritus musical program also ukulele and guitar band under the baton of Ron Franklin. And Ron Franklin filled his life with music from the time when he was really young and he established a band called Buckwheat Biscuit to 2022. To 2022, when he released his album with his original music, he is a teacher. He plays in many places, but he was also executor of video. And at that time, he worked for television for the Food Factory, and that brought him, because he had to write for every episode a song that he also performed, and he won Emmy Award in 2013 for that. What an accomplishment. So, as you can see, up to this evening, our professors are truly accomplished, and I am so happy I can introduce you ukulele and guitar group, but before, you will have the pleasure to hear one of the original song by Ran. Let's enjoy together.
Thank you, Marketa. So I'm going to play for you an original guitar solo instrumental piece. And speaking of Hawaii and ukuleles, this is called Puamana. Anyone ever been to Puamana? Anyone know where that is? It's near Lahaina, which of course had a very tragic fire earlier this year. But this is a piece in what's called Hawaiian slack key guitar tuning. So it's not the normal guitar tuning. And I'll share this with you, and then we have a couple pieces by the Guitar Ukulele Ensemble. So enjoy. So our guitar ukulele ensemble has worked really hard this semester. These are all volunteers from, I teach 4 guitar ukulele classes, and I asked them early on in the semester, there's a concert coming up, would you guys like to play? And you'll see who showed up, so thank them all for doing that. Many of these folks have never been on stage before playing an instrument. Some of them never played an instrument before this semester, believe it or not. So our method works. Come take some classes with us. We're going to do 2 pieces for you. The first is from the Renaissance by a man named John Dowland. Now, you may not have heard that name before, but he was the premier rock star of the Elizabethan era. In fact, no less a personality than Sting has recorded an entire album of John Dowland's lute music and songs. So this is one of those songs. It's called Can She Excuse My Wrongs? You'll see that with both of our pieces, that one and then the very different second piece that we're going to do, which is called Wave by Antonio Carlos Jobim, a Brazilian piece. So very different styles. And we have a percussion section with us as well. So please enjoy. So now we have the whole band. We got a bass player as well as the percussion section, so we're grooving, man.
Everyone enjoy ukulele and guitar band? Yes, very good. I can only tell you are dying to learn any of these instruments, and you know you can. Our program is so rich, and you can enroll to any class, and you will always have fun, and especially the joy of making things, beautiful things together. That's just so valuable. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have now a classical duet. And it's very unusual. I really believe that our program is very diverse, and I'm so proud of it. You will have duet of violin and viola. And we don't have much repertoire for violin and viola, but we have enough. But I have to say I was very pleased when I looked at the pieces that were chosen by our performers, and they had to go all the way to Czech Republic. And I don't know why I love so much Czech Republic. Maybe because I'm from there. Yes, I mean, that gentleman seems surprised I am not from LA. I know I almost lost my accent, but I am really pleased. Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Randy Brinton and Alice Dreiling, who are associated with our program. Of course, Alice is a new addition. She's conductor of our new city orchestra, and Randy is the concertmaster. And they chose, as I mentioned, a Czech piece. I mean, it was written then. Actually, it was already Czechoslovakia by Bohuslav Martinu. And I would like to say one thing. You will hear a modern music because this was written at the beginning of the 1940s. And so if you are looking for Mozart, beautiful melody, or Bach, lush, beautiful harmony, you may not exactly find it. So I want to just give you a guide just to open your soul, and let's liberate the dissonance, liberate the strange rhythm, and let's see if we can find beauty elsewhere where melody maybe is not the main element. So ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy to introduce again Alice and Randy playing Bohuslav Martinu, Three Madrigals, number 1. Let's sing.
So, as Marketa said, yes, I am so happy to be involved with the Emeritus program as a conductor of the New City Symphonia. And we tried to get the whole orchestra here, but they just couldn't make it, so we're here to represent them. But we do have a couple little clips from our last concert, which was March 23rd, so enjoy. As you noticed in the first clip, it was our wonderful concert master, Randy Brinton, who played the Mozart Fourth Violin Concerto with us. So we have another concert June 2nd. Please write it in your calendar and come, if you will. Yes.
Thank you for having us today, and thank you for being here. And we'll play the first of this. They're called Three Madrigals, and the first, and its title is a tempo name, Poco Allegro, which means fast but not too fast.
Thank you.
Real brave. Did you enjoy it? Yes. You know, all it is, if I can give you one guide, if you hear modern music, the elements of music, meaning melody was always the queen, and then rhythm, harmony, it just shifted. It's not anymore in modern music the melody that rules, but it's something else, and we just need to let it sit with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we have time for poetry. And I am so happy that we have poetry in our program. Poetry is so very important, and we have very lively, several actually creative writing programs. So I will ask my colleague Esteban, if he is ready here. Esteban is somewhere here, coming slowly. And he will introduce his student. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our creative class teacher.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad that you're able to come out and support the many, many talents of our students here at the Emeritus program. It gives me great pleasure to introduce tonight's poet to you, Lloyd Hill, or better known in our writers' workshops as O.B. Laureate Lloyd. He has published literature in literary magazines for several decades, but most recently, he was published in a special folio selected by our inaugural San Diego Poet Laureate, Ron Salisbury, several issues of the San Diego Poetry Annual, as well as 3 Emeritus Writers' Workshops anthologies produced since 2014. I'm incredibly fortunate to have Lloyd and the many writers of impressive talent in my workshops since 2015 when I first joined the Emeritus program. And every week, Lloyd amazes us with his distinctive voice, a gritty and vibrant realism, delivered with a wry humor and a sense of wonder at what it means to exist, at what it means to be human. And if you didn't know, April is National Poetry Month, so please sit back and enjoy the poetic stylings of our very own Lloyd Hill.
Creativity and imagination are mental muscles that we need to use every day in order to have a vibrant life. Hello, I'm Lloyd Hill, a poet, here at this wonderful Emeritus musical event. I'm going to talk briefly about the literary arts offered at San Diego College of Continuing Education. This has been a banner year for student writers, many being featured in various publications, including the San Diego Poetry Annual and Lee Herrick's, the California Poet Laureate, his anthology. So, imagination and creation galore at our literary arts. Now, for the next few minutes, I'll be giving you the gift of poetry. First, Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted to wear. Though as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. And next, a poem next a poem that I wrote for this event, and it's called Clutter and Declutter. I just moved from my Ocean Beach home of 20 years to a studio apartment in Carmel Valley and had to get rid of half of my belongings. Oh, the pain of downsizing. This prosy poem was once twice as long. And I loved it like I loved all my old possessions. But my old home had become a blocked prison. Now I can invite friends into my new space as I invite you into my open, accessible poem. It is said that all writing is rewriting. This is a lot of what we do in writing workshops. Write a first draft, read it to fellow students, and take their critique. Revise and revise again. The Mr. Coffee, the Quaker Oats, the Heart Mug are things in our lives and poems. So are thousands of books, a dozen sports coats, 3 Thigh Masters, and outdated floor chimes. You declutter writing as you declutter your life. And next, this is my poem that was the Poetry Prize winner at the Musings Literary Journal. Over the Sink with William Carlos Williams. I read over the kitchen sink a poem about William Carlos Williams' poetry while the microwave heats a cup of coffee. Remake yourself, he says. To make the old new, one must transform themselves in order to write good poems. The hot day-old coffee has an edge I like better than fresh made. If I were a bum downtown, I would beg residue of restaurant urns and boil it in an open pot and serve friends a heady brew. We'd sip and read poetry and try to tell each other the truth. Might even save some lives that way. Not easy, but doable, we'll say. It is difficult to get the news from poems, yet people die miserably every day for lack of what is found there. I'm believing Williams here as words from the page drain down into the sink and ground swish around a cup. I taste the dregs. They're just the way I like them. Bitter. Bitter. And lastly, the very short poem by William Carlos Williams, an icon of 20th century modernism in poetry. The Red Wheelbarrow. So much depends upon the red wheelbarrow, glazed with rain water, beside the white chickens. So, thank you. Thank you. Now back to music. It's been a great show.
What a beautiful moment with poetry. Did you enjoy it? Oh, beautiful. You know, when I saw Lloyd at the rehearsal, we look at each other, we hug each other, because I attended the same creative writing class with him 25 years ago and on, and I always loved his poetry. So I was so happy to see him enrich our program with poetry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are drawing to closing of our program. Now I would like to invite in an international piano duo. We have two fabulous pianists, and I wonder if they are ready to go. You already saw Helena Wei, and she has Lilia Mad with her. And so we have one from Taiwan and one from Ukraine. So truly international. Please, ladies, you are allowed to go. And they, you know, Lilia, she is not only a student of Helena, but she is really an assistant. She came from Ukraine with excellent education and experience, and she's helping the less experienced students, and they play together for quite some time. Four-hand piano is very popular since 1850s, and I am so happy that they have two very diverse pieces. The very first one will be Chardash. You heard me singing Chardash, and now we will have another Chardash. It is from not so famous here, but extremely famous composer in Europe, Imre Kalman. He was best friend of Bela Bartok, so maybe you heard of Bela Bartok. So he was born 1882, and he wrote many, many operettas, and one of them is Countess Maritza. And so we will hear a four-hand Chardash from Countess Maritza from 1923, and then we'll travel all the way to Cuba, and we will have Ernesto Luequena, who wrote a fabulous piece, Malagueña, and you will hear it right after Kalman. Ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy our four-hand duo. We have arrived to the last piece, our jazz band, and I will use the time before the stage is ready, and I will read the names of the people who decided to bid in the auction, and they got the piece. So it's Elizabeth Smith, Michelle Fishtal, Peggy Mackey, Carol Wilkinson, Irene Magallanes, Nikki Salmon, and Shard Shade, and Ruba Chatterjee. So if you heard your name after the performance, if you can pick up your piece in the foyer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, we will have a fabulous jazz piece. We are very proud that we have such an amazing, with long history, jazz band. And you know, when I think about it, because America is such a young country, there is lots of influence from Europe. But there are three things that America heavily influenced Europe. First would be Walt Whitman, who in 1855 decided, I don't want to live in the shackles of rhyme and rhythm, and he wrote the very first poem in free verse, and Europeans were crazy about it and took the suit. And then, even though the first abstract painting started in Europe, Kandinsky in Russia and Kupka in Czech, still the abstract expressionism was the biggest right here in US, and Europeans were so much influenced. And finally, what would be the last thing? The jazz, absolutely. Jazz took by storm the entire Europe, and I want to say that Antonín Dvořák, my compatriot, was a director of National Conservatory of America, and in 1892, he said something for which he was so much criticized. He said, the future of American music lies in the Negro spirituals, because there you can find every shade of emotion there are. And they ridicule him, and look at it today. How much stems from this beautiful heritage music. And we will hear it also right here, and I just, because it's the last number, and I will not see you after that, I wanted to thank you once again for coming. I am so appreciative as everybody in the team. All of those people are volunteers. Everyone who was on the stage was volunteer, and as I said at the beginning, we prepared it with love, with you in our mind, and I think in our complicated world, moments like this are very important. Then we get together and enjoy each other's company. So thank you so much, and let's hope we have the jazz band here, because they tell me don't talk too much, and then I really need to talk too much. So let's hope that everybody will come, and so I can just use the time and tell you that you could see today, or you saw sample of the Emeritus program. We have much, much, much more than you saw on the stage, from academic classes to accounting, to exercising, to law, I mean, you name it. And we are all so very proud. I am so very proud to be part of it. You know, I got email yesterday from someone who recommended my class, and the lady said, also, are you volunteer? And I said, no, I am not volunteer. She said, because the class is for free, I thought it's taught by volunteers. But you saw all the credentials slide here. We are full-fledged professors, and we bring to the classroom not only our expertise, but lots of passion and love for what we do, and I hope that it transpired in our concert. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we have the conductor, so at least I can introduce you the conductor, Richard Almanza, right here. Right here, he doesn't even hear me. He's so involved. But you will see him when he will check the baton. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome them. I hope that they are coming in. Very good, they are coming in. So this is our jazz ensemble.
Yes.
All right, we're going to bring out our vocalist, Stacy, and I'm sure you all heard this tune at one time or another. We call it Route 66, but it's also known as Route 66. We're going to keep it Route 66. One.
Travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. It winds from Chicago to LA. More than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. We wind through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty. You see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Boston, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this timely tip? When you make that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty. You see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona. 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our fabulous Emeritus Jazz Band and Richard Almanza. Oops. Once again, thank you so much for coming. We hope that you are leaving happy home, and we hope to see you next year. Thank you very much.